COLEAD online training tool for the first time. Some may be a bit more familiar with it, but this session, which is what we call week 0, is meant to really just bring us up to speed and give us some insights of how we're going to proceed over the next 4 weeks. So in your screens, you can see our program for the day. And basically what we'll be doing is talking through the session in terms of what we will be doing. And basically that is really to understand how the training platform has been organized, to understand how the training sessions will take place, and some of the activities that will take place both online and offline. So online, what we call the synchronous sessions such as today, and then of course offline, which will be activities we will be sharing with you as we proceed over the next few days. So thank you so much for welcoming us and joining us. What we want to now do is basically to have a bit of introduction, and I'm going to ask my colleague Benedict Olaumi to proceed and introduce herself, and then we shall go around the room and get to hear from everyone.
So good day, everybody. Morning, afternoon, wherever we are seated. My name is Olaumi Benedict. I am an organic farmer. I'm a trainer and also a consultant. I live in Ghana, but I'm a Nigerian. I've been in Ghana for 9 years. I live in Wenchi, so I'm quite knowledgeable about happenings in organic sector in Ghana. I've worked with quite a lot of international and local organizations in organic, and did a lot of projects also in organic agriculture in Ghana and in West Africa. And also have been opportune to work on a project whereby I develop with the stakeholders the Ghana Organic Standard. And we've been able also to set up another certification system for organic for the local market, which is PGS in Ghana. And so with this and my colleague Ricky, I've also been involved with COLEAD as an expert for the last few years. And so with this, we'll be joining you in this training, and then we'll be communicating and facilitating this training together. We'll be learning from your knowledge, and you also be tapping from our knowledge, and we hope that we'll have a good time together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olaumi, for that introduction. Briefly, before we go around the room, let me say a bit more about myself. So as you've probably heard, my name is Ricky Aguda. I am based in Kenya, and I am a COLEAD expert coming from the field of sustainable agriculture with about 20 years experience in this sector, working primarily in crop protection and farm systems development, based in Kenya, but also active in other countries as and where my expertise has been required. There's a lot more information about myself as well as about Benedict Olaumi on the Moodle platform, which is our chalkboard, so to speak. And we will, of course, see more about that interaction as we proceed. So what we want to do now is basically to go around the room, and I will just be calling out our names and asking us to introduce ourselves. So we have had this format on the WhatsApp group that we formed, and we're going to use the same format for this particular introduction. So when you have your name called out, please just tell us where you're joining us from, tell us your organization and your designation, as well as the crops that you are growing and your experience in crop production, and perhaps a bit more with organic production. So I'm going to put the specifications on the chat, but we will go around the room, and I would want to start with Fuseini Awini. Please go ahead and introduce yourself. And you could put on your camera so that we get to see you. It's good. I appreciate that internet may be a challenge going forward, but it's good for this first session to get to see each other's faces and just make that connection. So Fuseini Awini, I hope I have not mispronounced your name. You could unmute your mic and proceed to introduce yourself. Okay, as we wait for Fuseini Awini to come on, the user with the, I think it's your company name that is showing, that's Maflix Trust. Please proceed to introduce yourself. If you could put on your mic, your camera, and introduce yourself.
Good morning, this is Abdurazak. For camera, I wouldn't be able because the network at the farm is not all that good. So when you put on camera, it disrupts the internet connection, you know. So, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Please, Abdurazak, continue.
Yes. So, like I said, I am Abdurazak. I'm the operations manager for Maflix Trust Ghana Limited. At Maflix, we produce a variety of vegetables, including sweet potato, okra, chili peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes, leafy vegetables, root tuber crops, and some greens. We are located in Tajevu in the Volta region of Ghana. So my colleague, Fuseini Awini, we have some visitors from PPRSD, so he has taken them down to the field. So that is why you asked for him to introduce himself and he wasn't available. So he's currently having some auditors from PPRSD, so he's attending to them.
Great, thank you for that clarification, Abdurazak. Thank you so much. The other user with Galaxy Galaxy Core, I think your camera is already on, but you could proceed to introduce yourself. And please, you could also rename yourself and use your names, because for some of us, what we are seeing is your computer or device name. So I have put the outline for introductions in the chat box. Please make use of it just for purposes of reference. But please, Galaxy Core, you can proceed to introduce yourself. Okay, your microphone is not on. Please put your microphone on. Okay, we're having a bit of a problem there. I think Benedict, maybe you could send him a message directly so that he can, because he's not identified by name. It's a tablet name. So Oluwatoyin, apologies for the mispronunciation, but Oluwatoyin, please proceed to introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning. My name is Oluwatoyin. So my name is Oluwatoyin. I'm from Nigeria. We don't produce crop per se. We process fresh mangoes, fresh coconuts, and fresh pineapples and bananas. So process fresh fruits. My company sells dry fruits. Then my designation or role, the quality assurance lead. My organization is Real Fruits. Express the organic production. I don't think I know anything about organic production. Yeah, so thank you.
Great. In Kenya, we say karibu sana. Welcome and good to meet you. User by the name Wad, please proceed to introduce yourself. If you can possibly put your camera on, that would be great, just so we make a connection with your face. Wad, there is a user by the name Wad. I think all right, Chido Matewa, if you could please, oh sorry, Wad has come on, please proceed to introduce yourself. Wad.
Okay, but I'm driving, so I hope you'll be able to see me properly. But otherwise, my name is Chido Matewa, or Dr. Matewa from Zimbabwe. I work for Fachis Private Limited. I'm the director of the company. I've been in this role for now more than 2 years. My expectations for this training is that it is going to enable us to understand better the organic farming, especially as we move towards the certification. And I hope we'll be able to get the number or the, what do you call them? These documents which are used for certification.
Okay, Chido, that's very clear. Thank you so much for joining us and introducing yourself. Wad, you were speaking previously, but maybe you could try again. So Wad, we could not hear you, and maybe if you could use the chat to introduce yourself for this for the sake of everyone else, and if possible, when your microphone is working, then you would take the opportunity to still do an overall introduction. Hannah, Togbo Anna, Hannah, please introduce yourself. All right, Hannah, we are waiting for you. Oh, okay, we don't seem to have heard from. Yes, Hannah, your microphone is on. Please proceed to introduce yourself. Hannah, we can't hear you. Hannah, please try again. We can't hear you on the audio. All right, we have a small hiccup with Hannah on the microphone. But the last on the list, you're still showing as Galaxy Core. I don't know, your video was on, but If you can hear us, could you please, the gentleman who's walking, if you could please introduce yourself. Leslie, Adi, we have seen your message on the chat. Thank you. You're welcome, but please introduce yourself even on the chat. If it seems like your microphone is not working, but you can also, as we proceed, for those who are having some challenges with your microphones, we could always come back to you. But in the meantime, you could proceed to use the chat, and we can get to know who you are and a bit about your background. As you can see, we just looking to hear which country you're coming from and what your experience is in terms of your role, your period of service, and of course, expectations for this training. So you could always put that content in the chat, and maybe later on we'll get to hear from you. So I'll welcome my colleague, Olaumi, to move to the next section. I think, sorry, Olaumi, I may have taken you. I may have. I think I did. I took your role in the previous one. But do you want me to continue the objectives, or?
No, it's okay. I can take that.
Sorry
Welcome.
about that.
Yeah, welcome everybody. We're going to look at the specific objective now of the training, and this objective are just narrowed down, but they are not in totality of what we're going to look at. For people who are already used to COLEAD or COLEAD training, you realize that we have specific objective, then we have them broken into modules, and then we have them broken into sequence. So the modules are the specific objective, overall objective of the training is broader. Then we narrow them to a smaller objective, which for each module, and then each module also have each sequence, like what topic will be carried out in each module. So the overall objective of this training is that at the end of this training, we believe that each participant will be able to identify the human factors of conversion to organic farming. You'll be able to understand how to convert, if you are not yet practicing organic, how to convert your farm into organic farms, or if you are working with smallholder farmers, how to help them convert their farm to organic farming. Then you understand the principles of organic farming. There are some principles that governs organic farming. What are these principles? These are what we're going to look at in this training and discuss and interact and apply them into our situation, and try also as much as possible to bring the reality of what needs to be changed into discussion. Then at the end of this training, we expect that all participants will know the production rules in organic farming, but both for local market, organic local market, and for the export market. What are the rules that applies to production? All this will be discussed in this training so that we can prepare ourselves for the certification that we are supposed to take. The next one is we need to know or understand the different certification system in organic agriculture. There are two specific certification systems that operate in organic agriculture. The one for the domestic market, which is the local market, and then the one for the export market, which is the international market. The export market will talk about what are the rules of the certification. The local market, what are the rules of the local market certification? What type of certification? Where can you obtain this certification? Who is legally able to give you this certification in each country? We'll advise you and we'll share the contact with you so that you can go for this certification, and when you are through with the local certification, you can now prepare yourself for the export market. Then also at the end of this training, we'll believe that we'll know the different organic market available around the world. What are the different markets? How do you penetrate into these markets that are available all around the world. So these and many more are what we are going to discuss in the training throughout the training period. And we hope that you will be able to enjoy, interact. There's so many assignments that we're going to give to you. Sorry, I need to mute the. Can you, Ricky, can you help me mute Galaxy AO3? Yeah. So we will be able to have a good interaction. We encourage that every one of us participate, ask questions as much as possible on the forum, on the group chats, ask questions. This will help us, the trainers, to be able to give you what you desire in this training. And we hope that at the end of the training, we will have a good understanding of what organic farming is and the different certification procedure, and then we can be able to also have opportunity to further interact with COLEAD and be able to take more opportunity concerning this course as we progress. Thank you. Over to you, Ricky.
Thank you so much, Olaumi, for taking us through those objectives. And colleagues, as you've heard, this training is definitely timely for all of us, I am sure. Some of us are getting into the space of organic, and a few of us, I think even from our introductions, are even already involved. So we'll all have a chance to learn from each other, not just from the trainers or facilitators. We're here to learn from each other, and I really want to encourage us to share in that sense. Very briefly, I'll take you through our training format. For those especially who are new to COLEAD and distance learning, this may be a bit new, but it is very, very straightforward, and I'm very sure that we will all be able to use and relate very effectively over the next 4 weeks. So our trainings will take a period of 4 weeks, and starting today, March 13th, all the way through to the 14th of April, 2023. We have 2 sets of activities, what we call a synchronous session or a live session, such as what we are doing today, that will be happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting, of course, today. And then from next week, which is our week 1, we meet twice a week. The timings for those trainings have been set at 9 o'clock GMT. We are happy to receive feedback if that timing is difficult for anyone, but we appreciate, and we ask you to appreciate, that we are in around 3 or 4 different time zones. So we are trying to get a timing that is convenient for all of us. Our sessions online are meant to last for 2 hours. So if we are all on time, which means we join at about 5 minutes before the top of the hour, then we are able to use our time effectively. So once again, we'll have live sessions twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The current timings are from 9 o'clock, 900 or 900 GMT. So you can always please make a note of that. And if there's a challenge with the timing for you, please communicate on the group chat, and we will see if that can be accommodated. We have also the self-training time, the asynchronous sessions, which basically means that when we are not online, we expect that all of us will be engaged in activities which have been developed and are on the Moodle platform, and will of course be communicated to you as we have all our sessions. And these activities include individual exercises and also some group exercises, whereby we shall team you up with others in the room, and we will get to interact and carry out a number of activities. So the asynchronous activities happen in between our online meetings, as you can see indicated on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and also weekends at your convenience. Of course, Olaumi and I are available to you via WhatsApp, via email, and also on the Moodle platform, which you will get to see a bit more detail in a short while. Olaumi, perhaps you could just go on to the next session and share some of our tips on working remotely.
Thank you, Ricky. One of the good opportunity to benefit a lot from this training is to have good internet connection. I know some of you might be in the field or you might be on the farm, but one thing that is sure is that around different countries, we know that even in the farm, you already by now should have spotted where there is good internet connection. So around those time that we'll be having the training, we expect that you get the location where the internet is good, and then you can be able to listen and you were able to follow through the training. Why is this necessary? Is because there are certain things that will be said online that probably it will not be in the PPT. That's the presentation that you find on the group page. And also, even though we're going to record all session, but during the training, you have the possibility to ask the question and answer them immediately. When you ask online, we'll answer them, but you might not, sometimes asking online, you might not be asking directly what you actually need. But when you ask live questions, we might be able to interact and we'll be able to help you much better. And then for the certificate, COLEAD expect that there's a number of times you have to appear online before you can be able to access your certificate for live session. Apart from doing your assignment and doing other activities, there's a percentage for online presence. And so if this is not met, at the end of the day, it will be difficult for you to obtain your certificate and for you to be able to say, I have gone through this course. Also, you need to set time aside for your self-training. You need to be able to go through the modules one by one every week and be able to do the assignment, be able to read up all the training materials. We're going to highlight to you specific pages in the training materials for each week, but it's also good that you download all the training materials and then at your own time, you can always go through them, read them. There are going to be a lot of videos, a lot of training materials. And so I encourage you that you should please download them, save them on your devices, and then you can always go through and make references to them. Also, we encourage that you identify a quiet venue for your self-training because it involves you learning a lot online. It involves you going through a lot of material. We encourage that you take this with yourself at a quiet place. Then we also encourage that before the training every Tuesday and every Thursday, that you check your microphones and see that your microphones are working and your cameras are working well, because we'll be having a breakthrough room session, and after the break room session we'll be having presentation, and the presentation, if you present this week, you will not be the one to present for your group next week. So it's going to be rotating among us. So it's good that we check that our devices are working few minutes before the training. And I hope that with all these tips, we'll be able to have a good training at the end of the day. And Ricky, do you want me to go over to the mode of communication?
I believe we've already mentioned it, so perhaps you could just proceed to the navigating through the Moodle platform. But I did mention that we have the communication on email, WhatsApp, and the Zoom session. So I believe that's already covered.
Okay, so you permit me to stop sharing this screen, then we'll be going to the COLEAD learning platform, and we'll be able to put you through the entire modules and see how the platform looks like, what activity you need to do this week, which has to be submitted before the end of the week, and then what are the things that you need to learn over the week also. Please permit me to stop sharing the screen. Okay.
As Olaumi is doing that, for anyone who is here today and perhaps you're not on the WhatsApp group that has been formed, I am sharing the link that is shared for that WhatsApp group in the Zoom chat. Please try and use that link, or drop either Olaumi or myself a message on our WhatsApp numbers. I've just put my WhatsApp number there, and you can use it. Drop me a line so that we can add you to the WhatsApp group if you're not yet on it.
Okay, thank you, Ricky. If you click on the COLEAD information that has been sent to you for this particular course, once you click on it, it will bring you to this page. And I'm trying to.
Okay, so hello. From the link you sent through the email.
Yes, please.
I use that link and to access the e-learning platform.
Yes, please.
After that, I'm only getting French.
So
and I don't understand.
So can you hold on? We will get to that point.
Okay.
Yes, please. So I'm sure everybody can see my screen and you can see my cursor. If you look at, this is my page and you can see my picture there. Once I put my cursor on my picture, it's going to take me through this tab, and then I will see something that says profile grade, and I'll come to language. If I come to language, I will say English and French. Whenever you come to COLEAD page, the first thing that you will see is French. So if you're not a French speaking person, you need to change the mode into English. So you select English and then it will change automatically for you into English. And then
can I share my screen for you to see how it is that I can't even see where you have a profile there. I have not even gotten to that
so
stage yet.
Can you let me finish, and then
okay.
Your question will be entertained, and then we will solve your problem before we finish this training. Okay, so once you change the training language into English, so I intentionally did this. When you put in your name and then you put in your password, for me, I have been able to put my password on my device. So anytime I come on COLEAD ACP page, my password is registered on my system. I just click on connection, which is the same thing as connection. It brings me to this page that I want to go into. And you can see from everybody that this is basically French. Tabula de bord, this is French. So what I do is I come to the language page tab and I click English. Once I click English and my network is good, it's going to automatically change the page into English for me. And then I go on the course, I click on course, and it takes me to the entire page of the course. So when you click on the course, this is what you are going to see. So you're going to see COLEAD page, which is the first tab. When you click on COLEAD page presentation, we would like you to go through who is COLEAD, who are they, what do they do? You watch the video there, which tells you more about who COLEAD is. And then there's another video, what do COLEAD do? What are the interventions that they go into, that they do for their stakeholders? So you click on that video, you watch it, and with that you can ask a lot of questions from us or directly on COLEAD learning pages. Then also, what are the current programs that is going on COLEAD? It's good that you understand the current programs that COLEAD is offering so that you can benefit from it as a stakeholder. There are a lot of programs that is going on currently. And those are the different social networks that you can connect with COLEAD on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, and around the world. So I want to go on after watching this first tab, which is COLEAD presentation. Then we go to the welcome page. So I click on the welcome page. The welcome page is where we have this week. It's your introduction for the week that we have, week 0. So we welcome you, like we've said, we have welcomed you. We just give you a short introduction of ourselves, and then we go to the training presentation. Okay, if you click on the training topics and subtopics, like I was talking to you about modules and sequences, this is a training module. That's the 4 modules. So the training is going to run through 4 weeks. The principle and human factors of conversion to organic farming, technical agronomic aspect, production rules in organic farming. Week 2, organizational and economic aspect of conversion to organic farming. That's week 3. That's where we're going to be talking about your certification, the local and the export certification. Week 2, we'll be talking basically about production rule, your pest control, your crop production, your land preparation. That's what we'll be talking about in week 2. And week 4, we'll be talking about market, the economics of the market. How do you navigate the market? That's what we'll be talking about in week 4. And when you click where my cursor is, it brings you down to see the sequence. What are the different topics that we're going to treat in each module? You can see for week 1, you can see for module 2, and you can see for module 3, what are the different topics that we are going to treat in these modules. And then this will help you prepare in advance, also to ask questions. What are the relevant questions that you need to start asking? What are the relevant questions that pertains even to your own establishment as an organization? With that, we'll move on to the overall training objective. We've talked about the overall training objective. We can just still view what is the overall training objective for this course. And then you try to understand where the limit is for this course. The organic agriculture is wild. Organic agriculture topic is very broad. So the truth of the matter is we might not be able to cover everything, so to speak, in this training, but the objective will be able to guide you to be able to say, okay, this is the limit of this course. Probably there's going to definitely the COLEAD is always doing more training, or you as an organization, you can then request for another training, probably an in-depth or on another topic from COLEAD, and then COLEAD will be able to bring up that training for you. Then the second one is meet your trainer. You need to know about us, a little bit more about us. Once you click on this, read about your trainer, it takes you to information about us, and then you can see who we are as your trainer. Then the next thing is we'll start your training. This is very important because this is where we request that you must participate, and you must do this before the end of this week, say Friday. You click on entry level questionnaire. You have 5 questions in this entry-level questionnaire. As a trainer, I am not obliged to, you can see that you are not eligible to take this questionnaire. I am not able to take this questionnaire as a trainer, but as participants, once you click on it, you see the questions, it will tell you answer these questions, and then you can answer all the 5 questions that is in there, and then you can the questions are the answers we get to us, and we can process them. The second one, which is also very important, that will help us to prepare very well for this course to meet your target need, is this pre-training survey. We want to understand your organization, what you do, the stage where you are now, so that we'll be able to answer specific questions and we'll be able to train you specifically for what you need. This information, once you click on it, it will show you about 21 questions that you need to answer. Please answer these questions as soon as possible. In fact, I encourage that you get onto it today, and so that we also will have time to prepare the module for next week and it will meet your targets. Once you do that and we receive all that, the next thing that you now need to do is to introduce yourself on the e-learning page. Please, everybody is expected to introduce his or herself on the e-learning page. Once you click on it, it will bring you to this page. Who are you? Introduce yourself. Once you want to do that, click on add discussion topic. Once you click on this, you copy what is here, copy the procedure, name, gender, blah, blah, blah. You copy it and you come and drop it here. Once you drop it, you fill in your name, you fill in your information, the crops you produce, your country, then you post to the forum. Once you post to the forum, everybody in this course is going to see, and then we will be able to interact and ask further questions if need be. And then also, people that are in the same country, you'll be able to know each other, you'll be able to know the crops that each other is producing, and then for marketing purposes, you are able to help each other. So after that, once you introduce yourself on the e-learning page, you come back and then the training folder. That is why I was explaining to you the other time that you have a lot of information. This is the overall training document for training manual for COLEAD on organic production. So this is where everything sits. But in each module now, you are going to be having specific training manual for each module also. So please go ahead, download it. You can start reading, you can start noting questions, and you should keep it for your future references also. So after downloading that, we come to information about the Zoom session. So here you have the Zoom link for next week. And also we've put there as reminder your time zone so that you are aware of the time zone, because the times are different. It is 9 a.m. GMT in Ghana, it is 9 a.m. GMT in Gambia, but in Uganda, it is 12 noon. In Nigeria, it is 10 a.m. In Kenya, it is 11 a.m. In Zimbabwe, it is 11 a.m. So please take note of this different time zone and put it on your calendar. Make sure when we send the Zoom link, you are set the calendar. And once you are set the invite to the Zoom, then it's registered also on your calendar, and then there are a lot of reminders on it, and it will always remind you 1 day, 2 days before the training that you have a training session. And you see this is the training program for this introductory session. This is the training PPT, that's the PowerPoints that we use for this training, for this session. You are going to you can download it also. And then how to get the best out of this training. This is a process. You can look at the different videos that are in this particular place, because we will be using different tools. One of the tools that we might be using is called Woodclap. So you need to watch this video. This video will help you to understand what Woodclap is. If you don't have it as an app, you can download it and save it and have it on your device, so that when there's an opportunity to use it, you will be able to use it efficiently. Also, we had Padlock. We have other devices, other apps also that is on this particular tutorial. So it's a tutorial. If you click on it, like I've clicked on it, it's
Stephanie Washington, and I will demonstrate how educators can use the communication tool Woodclap. To begin, I am recording this tutorial using another free tool called Screencast-O-Matic.
So I just want you to see that in that tutorial, we have we have 4 different tutorials on different apps that we are going to use during this training session, and which we'll be using during the live session. So please go through them, download the apps, and then you're good to go that during the live sessions, you're able to participate. Padlet is another app that we are going to use, because with the Padlet you are able to write, and then you're able to put your thought together even as a group. And so all these apps we are going to be using during the training session. And one thing that is also good is that you'll be able to learn how to use it, and in your organization you can be using it as an app to be for communication, for training, because you also have people that you are going to pass this information. Even for the farmers that you work with, you will have some of them that are educated, you have some that are not so educated, but whichever category you find yourself, you find out that the world is moving towards technology, and it's technology driven now. So we have to be able to use the different technology that is readily available for us. So this is the introduction tab. And then when you see for you on the page, you will see that when you go on the course page, you will see that you do not have week 1, which is module 1. You will not have this on your page. It is hidden from you because it will not be open until Monday next week. So every Monday, the course week module for that week will be open, and it will now remain opened until the end of the course. Even after the course, it will remain open. So we don't want people to go into the course and start asking questions when we have not treated the course. That is why it is hidden, and as we progress, each one will be open to us. So now I can answer the question that you were trying to ask about your screen. So can you please proceed and ask your question so that we can solve it right away? And if there are any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask the question about your challenges of logging in right now, or if you cannot, if your network is not too stable, please try and send that in a group chat, and then we will get to it. So over to you, please. Can you ask your question? Would you like to unmute yourself, please, and ask your question? Hello. Hello. Ricky?
I'm here. I was waiting
Okay.
for the colleague who was asking the question. I think it was Leslie. I don't know if it was or if it was someone else who had expressed a challenge. Please ask your question. For the others, please, we can use the comment box as we are going on. If there's anything, question that maybe is jumping at you as the explanations were continuing. But if we are together to that point, please also, it's good to have a reaction. You can use the reactions on the Zoom platform. You can give a thumbs up so that we are sure that you're following the proceedings. Leslie, was it you who had the issue with the connectivity, or is it someone else? I've seen the user with a TechnoSpark.
TechnoSpark, yeah. Hello, can you proceed? And please, can you tell us your name? Hello. Can you tell us your name? You're using Techno Spark 5 Pro. And what is that, Leslie? Leslie, your microphone is on too. The floor is yours.
Yeah, please, can you hear me?
Yes, please. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Please, I'm Togbo Hannah from the Volta region, and I'm
Okay.
working at Maflex Trust Ghana Limited in the
Okay.
Volta region.
Okay.
Please, my problem is about the downloads that you were talking about. Because my network wasn't all that stable for me, I wasn't clear about the assignments you talked about. So
Okay.
please, if you can repeat that side for me small, I beg.
Okay, so if you just stay where your network is clear now, if you just stay where you are right now and don't move, then we can quickly go through that session and then you'll be able to get it. Okay, so I said if you come to the introduction tile on your group on the e-learning page, and then you go straight to the start the training. So this is your training where the assignments are. So you have two assignments. The first one is the entry-level questionnaire. If you click on it, just click on it. I am the trainer. I am not able to see the questions. So you will see the questions there and just go on it and then answer the questions. When you finish answering the question, click on submit. The answers will get to COLEAD straight away. So do you understand now? That is
Yes,
the first
please.
one. So the second one is the next one. I'm just waiting for my system to come. Okay, good. The next one is a bit longer. The first one is 5 questions. The next one is a bit longer. So this is the pre-training survey. We want to know who you are. We want to know what your organization is doing. We want to understand your knowledge about organic. What are the practices that you're already doing? What are the things that you want to learn in this course? So this particular one has about 21 questions. So we urge you to, once you click on it also, it takes you, okay. So one thing I'm going to do is, as a trainer also, I can switch to a student. So I want to switch my role to the students now so that we can all see this in live, real scenario now. Okay. So now I am a student. I'm no more a trainer. So this is, like I said before, if I am a student and I come to the course, this is all I will see. So you can see now that as a student, you will not see the other models. This is all you will see. And then you click on introduction. And then you go through the different tiles there. But specifically to answer your question now, this is entry-level questionnaire. So you see that this, I can answer the question, but I don't want to answer the question. You click on it, answer the question. It will take you here and all the questions will come out. And then you answer it. And after answering the question, you click on submit questionnaire. So also you just go straight to the pre-training survey.
Okay.
And then you click on answer the questions. Then you see all the questions, your position in your organization, area of professionalism, crops that you do at the moment, all these questions, specific land area you plan to produce, all these questions. That's why I said that it's 21 questions or 23 questions that are there. Once you finish answering all the questions, click on submit questionnaire, then you are done. It will get to COLEAD and we will receive it at our hand and we can process it. So I've been able to show you in real lifetime how this questionnaire would look like on your system. And so, sorry, I will have to return to my permanent role as a trainer. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. So any other question? Please feel free to answer.
Okay. But please, but these questions are to be answered at your website.
So yes,
Okay.
you will have received like 3 different emails. The first
All right.
email came from COLEAD, which
COLEAD,
tells
yeah.
you, which tells you to log in into the e-learning platform, give you the key to the e-learning platform. So it is not everybody that can access this course. It is only those who as their company has registered or who individually has registered for this course that can access this course. So it's only 22 people that can access this course. And so only the 22 people has been given the key. Through that email, there's a key for this course. So when you put in the link for this course, it will tell you to enroll key. When you look at the enroll key from your email, click copy it and then come and paste it there. Then it will automatically bring you to this page that you are seeing. But the first step is that if you are not yet enrolled on COLEAD ACP page, you have to enroll as a person. Then 2, then you now enroll into the course. Without enrollment on COLEAD page or COLEAD e-learning page, you cannot enroll automatically into the course. So there are 2 steps if you don't have an account with COLEAD before now. But if you have done training with COLEAD before, which used to be COLEAD ACP, now they are COLEAD, change of name. It's the same organization. If you have done a training with them before, it means that you already have an account. If you have forgotten your password, there's no problem. Just click on change the password. When you get into the page, click on change password. It will tell you to put in your new password. Put in your new password that you always remember. And I told somebody last week, I said, you can save your password even on your phone, so that if you don't want to save it on your device that you are using currently, you can save it as a contact on your phone so that you will never forget the password. Then you can log in into the course and you can enjoy the course.
Hello. May
Hello.
I ask a question?
Yes,
I've
please.
tried to join to the WhatsApp group, but the link which you are giving is not possible. Are you not able to send a link on WhatsApp, not the one which have been sent on WhatsApp, the proper WhatsApp link?
Okay, so Chido, I'm coming. I will how are you? I mean, I know you very well, so I've had a training with you before.
Hello.
Hello, I said, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing very well. Yeah. So I am
Looking forward to the training.
Yeah, I trust you. So I am going to copy directly and from the what they call a WhatsApp itself now. I am copying the link and then I am going to put on the group chat directly. Okay, this should work now. So with this link, everybody should be able to join the WhatsApp. And why we encourage you join the WhatsApp group is we all are busy. So on the WhatsApp, we can send reminders for the training. We can remind you that your assignment is due. We can remind you, even if you have group meetings, we can send reminders to you if there's something that you need to do that you have not done. So and then you can ask further questions. Also, you can tell the trainers also, or tell even the COLEAD representative is on that group. You can say that you need further training on this particular topic, and all this information will be captured real time. So that's why we encourage that everybody please join the WhatsApp group, so that it's hasting information, it's hasting communication within us. And then it's a way of coming together and working together. All right. Any other question, please? We're still missing Techno Spark. You wanted to ask a question. Please go ahead. We're waiting for you.
Please, I've already asked my question. Now I was trying to join the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. So your name is what?
Togbo Hannah.
Anna. So also,
Yes.
please, when you come on the live session, it's good that you change the name on your device to your real name, so that it's easier that way to take attendance. And even if you are 2 or 3 together from an establishment, please, it is always good that the person holding the device change the name and then put on your camera for us to be sure that the 3 of you or the 2 of you are at the training at different times. Because if not that, we'll mark attendance for just one person and the other person will not be marked. So it's always good that you please put on your camera at different times also. And at different times, we'll also be asking participants to put on your camera just to be sure that you are still with us and you are not just put on the Zoom and then you're doing whatever you are doing at your own hand. So please dedicate your 2 hours. It's just 2 hours. We still be within the time. If you all come early, 5 minutes before the training, we start on the dot of 9, and we are sure that on the dot of 11 GMT, we will finish. And that is, if you start at 12 o'clock in Zimbabwe, it means that by 2 o'clock, is that correct? That we are done. So please, let's come on time. Let's join the session on time, and then we can finish on time, and then we get back to our different businesses. Thank you.
Welcome.
Any other question? I remember there's someone who, and it's a male voice that wanted to ask a question, and I said that when you should let me go through the course. It's about Abdurazak.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So I from the link you sent for the e-learning platform.
Okay.
When I registered, then I think the message that was in, I don't know whether it was a confirmation that they will send to my email for me to confirm before accessing. I did not see any email. So when I log on, I'm only seeing French. And I cannot even read French. So
okay.
that's why I want to share the screen.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now.
Yeah, so I'm trying to my laptop is, I was on my laptop, it was messing up, so I'm restarting it. So when I do, I'll log in and then I'll share the screen, and then you see how it is I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, so Columbus, do you have any question?
Hi, thanks for asking. Actually, I do not have any questions. I think I've attended quite a number of these trainings, and I'm fully aware of a lot of the things that happen.
Okay, great.
So I'm quite confident that when I think if there are any questions, they'll come in the subsequent training courses. I think.
Okay, thank you. That's good. Let us, any question from you? Ricky, one of the participants is trying to call me. Can you continue? Hello?